Hey, happy Friday to you. Today is September 13th, and these are the Friday Funnies. Well, today is Friday the 13th, which is a universal omen for bad luck. And this week, that bad luck came in the form of sad news that affects the comedy world. The sad news is that Anthony Weiner lost the New York City mayor's race. Weiner admitted that the people of New York were not as gullible as he had thought they were and said he just couldn't stick it out anymore. The sad part comes from the fact that Weiner jokes have become a mainstay in the comedy world, and now that he's out of the limelight, we're going to have to revert to telling jokes about twerking. And while we all agree that twerking is a funny word, nothing beats a good Weiner. And nothing beats the Friday Funnies as your news source from a slightly different point of view. Howard Cosby is an inmate at the Corrigan-Radgowski Correctional Institute in Connecticut. He's in prison for 19 years, and he's complaining that even though he is a Buddhist and thus a vegetarian, that the prison is not providing him with vegetarian meals. 3 times a week he is served fish, which the prison does not consider to be meat. Neither, might I add, does the Catholic Church, but Howard is objecting anyhow. Howard petitioned to PETA, and they agree with him that meat are fish because, and I quote, they have thoughts, they have interests, end quote. I never looked at fish this way, but it makes me wonder what fish think about and what they are interested in. I mean, a fish's daily thoughts must be along the line of swim, swim, hey, look, a bug, eat it. Swim, swim, hey, look, a shiny object with a hook, eat it. End of story. Campers in Port Hedland, Western Australia, were robbed while they were asleep. The culprit was a pig, and all he took was their beer. The pig then drank 18 cans of beer. The campers heard the cans crunching, and they woke up to find a drunken pig trying to pick a fight with a cow. Now, what exactly happens in a porcine bovine bout, I'm not too sure, but before moo and oink could come to blows, the pig went swimming and passed out. My major question is, what kind of a campground is this with pigs and cows? I mean, they must do things differently at the Australian KOA. Welcome to Old McDonald's Campground, mate. We're ready to toss another farm animal on the barbie for you. Aparecido Castaldo is a 74-year-old widower from Brazil. And after years of solitude, Aparecido has decided to marry his nanny. And when I say nanny, I mean his pet goat. The goat's name is Carmelita, and Mr. Castaldo has been in love with her for 2 years. He says she's the perfect mate for him because, and I quote, the goat does not speak, ask for money to go shopping, and doesn't get pregnant. And she can't talk, end quote. This wisdom comes from a man with 8 children from 4 different marriages. The wedding will be performed by Toninho do Diablo, also known as Tom the Devil, an old friend and one of the most famous Satanists in Brazil. It'll take place at midnight on October 13th and will be followed by a party on the next day. Afterwards, the couple plans to honeymoon at a campground in Australia. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. Please pass these funnies along, and I will see you next week.